Welcome to the UN Brief. I'm your host, Maya Plents. Don't forget to subscribe. We spoke with Natalie Samarasinghe. She's about to join the Open Society. She was up to now, for the last 15 years, the CEO of the United Nations Association in the UK. Watch. Congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I've been following you for a while on Twitter because you are CEO for the United Nations Association in the United Kingdom for many years. So tell us a little bit, what is it like, this transition now to the Open Society, where you're going to be leading some programs, I believe, that are of great interest also for international organizations such as the United Nations?
Sure. So I've been at UNA UK for 15 years now and CEO since 2013. So I think for me personally, it's quite a big transition from an organization that I have, really worked with so closely for so long. I think I see a lot of similarities, though, in many ways. I mean, my big takeaway from my time at UNA UK is that global cooperation is absolutely essential. The UN is essential, but we also need cooperation between different sectors, between other organizations, stakeholders, civil society, across generations. So I'm excited to go into a space where I maybe work a little bit more with the other actors as well. And the other thing I've learned is that, really we talk about all these problems sometimes at the UN in different silos. So we have environmental issues, conflict issues, humanitarian issues. But for me, all of them really are about human rights. So at the core of all of these issues and the solutions we need, we have principles such as justice, fairness, equity, good governance, democratic governance, and these are very much open society values. So again, I'm very interested to move into an organization where I can maybe look at these issues from that perspective, as opposed to looking at them from the perspective of UN agencies, UN bodies, and UN conferences.
Yeah, and as you know, the United Nations Human Rights Council also has created for the first time a special rapporteur on the right to a healthy environment. So what you see will be the role of the Open Society, what you are looking forward to leveraging in terms of making, the environmental issues centerpiece.
Well, I haven't started yet, so I don't want to speak for the organization before I take up my job in January. But from what I have seen, the new president, newish Mark Malloch-Brown, talk about is, really this focus on climate justice, on rights, and really on the fact that I think in the West, we often think about climate change as a problem in the future. And we see this a little bit even in COP26 now in Glasgow, where we're talking about commitments that need to start, in the next 10 years. So deforestation by 2030, what are we doing in between when these problems are already having a real impact on people's lives now? So I think, from what I've seen on the society, the Open Society Foundation will focus on adaptation. We'll look at, how we can make use of kind of norms and laws to further the human rights aspects of climate issues. I think it's about giving voice to all those who are already working on the ground on these issues, and really supporting them. So it's what people are doing in their communities, often under incredible pressure, under threat, and how they can be supported.
You worked with Edward Mortimer as well, right?
Who was yes, actually, sadly, I'm going to his memorial at the end of this month. We're trying to set up a foundation, a fellowship in his name, to support journalists from the global South, in particular conflict-affected countries, to do reporting on the UN and other issues. I think sort of trying to combine his interests a little bit in journalism and the UN.
Oh, excellent. Excellent news. I'll follow up on that too. Thank you so much. Great. Thank you for watching the UN Brief. I'm your host, Maya Plents. And don't forget to subscribe. We are supported by viewers and listeners like you. Thank you again for watching the UN Brief.